Hey everyone, I have new product today. It's so cute. I can't wait to play with this. So I haven't even opened this yet, but we have the Our House dies from Concord and 9th, and I'll show you the back so you can get an idea of all of the things you can do. This is a great set to have because, as you can see, it is year-round. So fun. Because I'm on a Christmas kick, we're gonna do a Christmas card today, but here are the little coordinating stamps. Let's see if that'll focus. There we go. So pretty. And then we also have some little to and from here, which I think that's really cute as well. Okay, one of the things that's amazing about this is that it has a coordinating embossing folder, and it might be easier actually if you look at the back. So what this is going to do is it's going to put bricks on the houses, and then it's going to put the little shingles on the roof, which I am thinking that's just adorable. And then we also have a little extra add-on that you can play around with too. So I am excited to play around with this. I'm gonna get everything opened up and then pick my colors. Again, we're gonna do a Christmas card, but the thing that I love most about this is that you can do it all year round. So it's so nice to have sets that are so versatile and that you can use in the months ahead after Christmas is done. So let's go ahead and start creating. I can't wait to see how this turns out. We're just gonna play around and see what happens with this card. Okay, so I'm gonna start with constructing the actual card. And what I want to do is make my physical card the shape of the house as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is 110-pound cardstock, and I have this at 11 by 4 1/4. And then what I'm going to do is place my center score right at 5 1/2. Okay, and then go ahead and score that down. Okay, now what I want to do here is grab this big die right here. And now that I have that, I am going to position this. Oh, did I have it big enough? Yeah, you should have it just big enough, I think. Okay, I'm gonna position this up. Let me show you. Here's where the fold is for the top of the card. I don't wanna cut that. Instead, I'm gonna position it up a little bit so that it cuts everything but this top part. Okay, so we'll maintain the shape down here at the bottom. So let me get that just so. And I'll show you how we end up remedying the full thing in just a little bit. But let's get a piece of washi tape here. Okay, and then I'm using my Platinum 6 because it has some bigger cutting plates. So I'll place this just like so. I'm gonna run it through at an angle. That way it glides through much smoother. Okay, let's go ahead and cut out our card base. And then what we have is our card here. Okay, so I'll remove this tape in a minute, but now we have our card that is shaped like the house. Now, we're gonna have a little bit of overage at the top once we get everything cut out, but it's all gonna be just fine. And because we didn't put that die up there, it didn't cut that part, it just skipped right over it. So now we have our card base. Okay, now we can grab the same die, and this time I'm just gonna grab 80-pound cardstock, and we'll send this through. Now, this is going to be my house color. So at this point, you are going to want to choose whatever color of house you want. And then we have our house piece, okay? So this will end up going right on this piece, just like that, okay? Then we have our whole card, okay? So now what we're going to do is, I'm gonna put this to the side for a bit. This is my physical card, okay? And we're just gonna play with the actual house piece. Now what I think we need to do is, I've never played with this before, so it's all brand new to me, but it looks to me like, I wonder if I should put together my actual roof pieces first, like glue those on and then send it all through together to cut out together. I think that that's the best choice. So let's decide on the roof. All right, so I have two pieces. I have a color called Mushroom here. It's a very nice almost charcoal gray. So I'll grab my 2 roof pieces, just like so. Okay, and I'm going to position that so we can just save as much cardstock as possible. And we'll run through those 2 pieces. Okay. Now, I'm hoping this card is a lot simpler than the one we did together on Tuesday, because oh my goodness, that was quite a project, my word, but it turned out so cute. Okay, so if you missed Tuesday's card, go ahead and rewind, and here is a sneak peek of it. Oh my gosh, it was so worth it, but it was a labor of love. All right, so now we can glue these 2 pieces on, and I think we can run through our embossing folder. Okay, let me grab a little bit of glue. Oh gosh, this is gonna be so fun. This is one of those cards that the more you glue and cut, it's just gonna come together and be so neat. So I have some liquid glue, and let's go ahead and get this placed right on there. Right there. Okay, lift this up a little bit so I can see this back side. Make sure that lines up just how I'd like it. Okay, and then I know there's an additional piece that we're gonna put on top of this, like a trim piece in a little bit. So don't worry when it has that little kind of gap up there, right between those pieces. That looks great. All right, now let's grab this. That looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to grab, in fact, I'm going to tape my cardstock down right there. Oh, I guess there's going to be a little embossed look there. Maybe I'll just go like this. That way, that should be fine. That way it doesn't move in there. I always kind of have to just kind of play around with how to stack embossing folders, because I feel like every company is a little bit different. So I just end up kind of playing it by ear. That feels really good. Okay, so I just had my base plate and my embossing mat. There we go. And then the embossing folder and my top plate. Okay, let's see how this turned out. I was super nervous about this, but hopefully. Oh, neat. That is so cute. It's very subtle with the brick. Sorry, there you go. Okay, so there is our piece. I love it because it's subtle and very just calm, but it's there. And I love that. All right, so I love the roof as well. Let's take off, oh, I gotta be careful here because that got pressed pretty well. But you know what? Our door is gonna go there, and I think I'm gonna do the solid door. So if this rips a little bit, I'm okay because we're gonna cover it up. Okay, so it did kind of get a tad ripped there. Okay, no problem. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna bring in my tinier machine because it gives me more room to play, and the rest of my dies are all very small. Okay, so I know I'm just gonna go through and pull everything that I need off. We'll make some design decisions here. So I'm gonna need this piece. It's gonna give me just a little like roof line there. And I'm going to need all of these pieces because this is going to be my template for putting the Christmas lights on. I'll need Christmas lights. I'll also need these little templates for the Christmas lights. And I'll show you how to use those in a bit. Because I have so much going on, I don't think I'm going to do any type of shutter. Well, I think I'll do this door. Let's see how big that looks. Okay, I want to get an idea for the scale that I have here. And then I like these windows. Oh, so cute. And then I'm going to need a circular window for up here. Okay, we'll do these little ledges too for our windows. Okay, I think that is just about it, at least to start. Although I'm looking for the little rectangle pieces. I bet they're these for this door. Okay, that should be right. There's just so much going on here. This is so exciting. I love the birthday example as well. This is so cool. Okay, so I just need to start cutting everything out at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you sit back and relax, and I'm gonna go through all of my little selections, trim them out, and then we're gonna start constructing this card. Okay, I really want to beat my time of my Tuesday card. It took me exactly on the nose 90 minutes, and right now I'm at 40, literally on the dot. So hopefully I can get this done a lot quicker. And I went ahead and pulled a navy, and I'll link my cardstock colors down below for you, as well as all the things that you see me crafting with, but I pulled a navy for these Christmas lights as well. I think that'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna leave this little die out just in case I need some more little flowers. Okay, holy moly. So now I have everything here. I've got all my little die cuts, my liquid glue, and then I accidentally cut out this door, but I did want to do it in this color, I think. Yeah, that's pretty. So I think what we do is just start gluing everything down. And I didn't put little inserts into my windows because I kind of like them just like that. I thought that would be nice. But you could cut these out again and then add, you know, like if you want to do, let me show you the example. If you wanted to do like a light blue or something like that, you could do that. But I'm trying to minimize it being too busy. So I think this looks really nice and simple. Okay, what I'm gonna do, let's get all these pieces out, and I'm gonna start gluing. So let's start with something that we know. Let's do these pieces. So these that I cut are for the Christmas lights. They're like a template for the lights. So they're gonna go like this, I believe. Is that correct? Maybe bring it down. I think it goes down a little bit more. Okay, and then we'll just trim off the extra. Okay, so let's put our glue on this. Oops, sorry. We'll do it on this. And our lights need to go, these are my type of Christmas lights, perfectly spaced. I know, nothing's perfect, but my husband can put some perfect Christmas lights up. He's got it down. Okay, so we'll do like this. Oops, don't forget we gotta bring these down. Should be fine. Okay, so then I can take, let's get some tiny scissors. I have these little tiny guys. I can just trim and trim. And then I have this piece that not only, does that go up and over? It does. Okay, so this is gonna go up and over. Not only does that kind of close in and mend, you know, the little roof line there, but now we have a template for our cute little lights. All right, there and there. Let's get that placed. That looks good. Okay, now we'll worry about the Christmas lights in a little while. I like how that looks. Let's focus on, I think what I'm gonna do is start from the top, just because I know where these all go. Oh, you know what though? These little guys are supposed to go under the eaves. Well, that's kind of tricky, isn't it? They're supposed to go under that. So you kind of have to think through that before you run it through your folder. I'm pretty certain that I can install these just fine, or install the lights just fine without these. So we won't worry about that. But we have a little window that's going to go up there. So let me try to get everything where it goes. We're going to have windows and the door, and then lots of windows. Oh wait, I guess I don't need a middle window because I'm going to do my wreath. Okay, so I don't need that big window, but we're going to do this window, and then we'll do a wreath in there somewhere. Okay, now I cut out these little window boxes. Oh, that's going to be cute. Very nice. Okay, window boxes with some green little foliage on there. Okay. Oh, super pretty. All right, so let's worry about, I think, well, not worry. We're not going to do any worrying. I think what's going to help me here is taping down this door. And I'm going to do it so that I'm using the grid lines of my mat. There we go. So let's get that as center as we can. I'm using the grid lines of my mat to align all of my elements. So for that door, I know I just need to line it up with that center line there. So I'm just going to tape this down. Okay, let's start with the door. The door is going to need these little pieces on it. And it's going to make it look like a little wooden door. Okay, we need these little guys. So add some glue to the back. And then I feel like it goes like this and that. So pretty. It looks like an actual, whoops, like paneled door. So neat. There's our little door. And I'm going to place that down. I need to do the handle, but I'm going to do that in just a moment. I want to get this door all the way down first. So let's do the tweezers once more. Again, I'm going to use the, good thing I ripped my little paper right there. So now the door is going to just mend that just so. Put that all the way around. Okay. And I'm using this line here to line that up. Just like that. That's about right, is it? I think so. Okay, there we go. And let's do, I'm gonna have these line up with the top of the door, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna put these down as well. What I do when things are intricate like this, and sorry if you've watched most of my videos and I'm repeating myself, but this is a really good technique for me, at least, is effective for me, because it helps a lot with not getting the glue to seep. So in case this is someone's first time, what I do is I end up just dabbing all of this off so it's more tacky. And it's still, you know, it's still really sticky. So we're good to go there, but that allows it to not seep out the edges. Oops, don't break your die cut. Okay, there's window number 1. I'll go through and I'm just gonna install all of my windows really quick. Okay, I feel immensely better that all of the windows are installed. So let's go ahead and add our window boxes. Okay, this is what I want to do to my house next summer, is add some nice wooden window boxes. I think that'd be so pretty. Okay, press that down. There we go. And then for the trim, I didn't know if I wanted to do like a wood trim for the top, or if I like the wood, or if I wanted to do a white trim for the top. Ooh, I don't know. I like the white as well. In fact, I think the white might be neat for adding the lights, right? Or should this be that gray color? I'm not ready to decide on that. So I'll grab my little greenery pieces. I know that they are going to go on, so let's work on everything that I'm certain of. So we're gonna put this little greenery here. I really wanted to do shutters on this, but you can see how there's just not room. Be way too busy. Well, let's bring that one down so it matches the other one. There we go. Press that down, and I don't want to forget my doorknob as well. Okay, while I'm working on greenery, let's go ahead and put together this wreath. So we have this little circle, and I'm going to use that to construct my little wreath. And what I think I'm going to do, I cut out 4 of these little green pieces, green leafy pieces. I think that should be plenty, but we're going to find out. Okay, so I have 1, and I'm just adding the glue to the actual circle. Oh, you know what, how I want to do this? I want to do it the other way, because I want it to overlap my stems. So let's do it like that. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I think 4 is plenty. There we go. And then we'll add our last little one. Is that gonna be plenty? I think so. And where I see a little bit of a white there at the end, we're gonna add, oh, you know what? There we go. I was gonna say you could just add a berry there. Okay. Very cute. Oh, I love that. Gorgeous. All right, so let's lay that down. We know we love it. And I wanted to do something like that. I do love projects like this from time to time. They are just a lot of gluing, but they always turn out so pretty. However, I'm missing my Copic. I'm missing my Copic time. We're gonna have to color next week for sure. Okay. So we know we love that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put my little banner in the middle of that later. So we'll finish it up in a bit. Let's go through and maybe add, I'm going to need my wand at this point. I think I'm going to need to figure out what I truly want to do for the ledge. If I want to do this kind of craft ledge, or if I want to do a white ledge. And just so we can see, I'm going to run through a piece of this mushroom cardstock that was my window color and see if I like that. Let's remove this and put this down. Oh, you know what? I think that's it. Yeah, I like that. So it makes it look like it has a nice built-in base. So what I need to do here is I need to install this on the light, or the light strip underneath. excuse me, this little light strip needs to go underneath my little ledge. So I'm gonna use my little stick here, place that down. And then I'll add glue here. And, oh, can I pick that up? Yep. Place that nice and straight. There. Bring it up a little bit. Oh, cute. Yes, that was a right choice. Okay, so if you are indecisive and not quite sure with an element that you want to do, say it's a color, just skip it. Don't let it trip you up. You can see how I bebopped around, right? Like I'm only gluing what I'm certain of, but sometimes if you just sit there and ponder and sit there and ponder, it can have you overthinking in a hurry. And sometimes stepping away, which really isn't stepping away from your project, but maybe stepping away from that part of the project and doing another, it can give you fresh eyes to kind of come back to it. And you can always circle back. So that way you're just not wasting time staring at your project. Okay, I'm at an hour and 2 minutes in real life. So I gotta pick up the pace here and get this cutie all done. Let's put this on. And I think that's even with the other one. Yep. There we go. Okay. So let's take away the elements that we absolutely are not going to use. I think we are ready for Christmas lights and flowers, which is exciting. Okay, and I'm still leaving that die out because I might need more of that. So what I want to do is, I'm just gonna go ahead and add my glue right up the side here. And let's bring in some color. So I'm going to place this watermelon, and then I'm gonna do navy. Yeah, I think so. And then I'm gonna do nectar, and I think this is sea glass. And sorry, my navy is actually midnight is what it's called. Okay. And then I'm going to do a pattern from there. So just determine your pattern. The only thing I was really focusing on there was making sure that my two pinks weren't together. So once I separated those, then I was happy just for visual purposes. And then you can just repeat the pattern. Oh, and then I need to do them on this ledge too, I forgot. Okay, and then I broke the pattern just on this one because I wanted to bring more of that pink color in. All right, let's do a couple little flowers down here. I'm just gonna keep it really, really simple here. Maybe if I layer just a couple more, it'll look more intentional. So let's do that. Okay, I actually really do like the little trio of flowers. I think that's really fun. Okay, let's let those dry. Yeah, Nice color. All right, so the only other thing I need to do is my little banner here, and I'm wondering if, actually I think I'll just stamp it and do a black, yeah, I think it'll just look so farmhouse if I do that. So let's clean up pretty much everything here, and then we're gonna put this on our card base. So quick little cleanup and we'll be done. Actually, you know what I think I'll do is I have my little gold handle here. These are our final pieces, but because I am bringing in that gold, I think I will heat emboss my sentiment. So I'm going to say Happy Holidays because that's just the most appropriate for the tone of my card. But again, this is a very versatile stamp set and die set, so you can use this all year round. In fact, I really want to bring this out next year and do some additional fun cards. So let me know if you want to see some additional cards done with that or this collection. Still using a white cardstock though. I think it'll be pretty with some gold on there. Okay. And I'll just put my stamp right there. Get it positioned. Realign my paper, and then I'm going to prep my paper with an anti-static powder. And there we go. That's just going to neutralize the paper so that my embossing powder, which is going to be this gold, that way it only sticks to where I stamp out with my Versamark. So let me do my stamping. There we go. Down, and then I'm going to double stamp that just to be sure. Okay, let's place some gold and melt this powder. And I want to put my little elements to the side so that they don't blow away when I get my heat tool out. Okay, which side was it? This side. Okay, so I'm going to go with a fine detail gold. I think this will be super pretty. Sprinkle that on. Do some more at the top there. Oh, that's pretty. It's a tad more at that top spot. Maybe let it set for a second. There we go. Very good. Okay, all this extra I'm just gonna place right back in the jar, and I'll grab my heat tool. I'm gonna make sure that my heat tool is nice and hot. You want it to be super, super hot before attempting to melt the powder. If you are just allowing it to heat up while you're, you know, putting it on your paper, you're just gonna have your paper start warping. So make sure it's super hot so that once it goes on the paper or goes towards the paper, it's nice and quick and you're done. Okay, I believe that this is absolutely going to be the right choice. Oh, that's so pretty. Just adding another element and texture to this card. So pretty. All right, let's grab the banner die and some tape as well. Get this tape down. Okay, get that position just how I'd like it. I think that looks great. I think, right? And then I'm gonna make sure that my tape maintains on the outside instead of on the inside, because even though this is a low tack washi tape, it can rip paper sometimes. And it always chooses the time. I mean, not that you ever want to rip paper, but it always chooses the time where you really don't want to redo it, such as embossing. So I'm gonna be really careful there. It's kind of been my new go-to. That way you don't ruin anything and have to restart. Okay, the only thing about this new Scout machine is I wish it suctioned to my mat. It kind of wants to bounce all over the place. Okay, there is our little banner. Oh, that's so cute. All right. And I wanted to wait to do the little flowers. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. Until I Well, no, I'm going to do the flowers actually because I want some of them to kind of be tucked underneath the banner. So I have a total of 6. Maybe I'll just do, well, I don't want to do where I know the banner is going to be intentionally. So maybe I'll do something like that. I do want it to tuck in areas. So maybe something like this. Okay, we'll just do a little pattern here. So, and yeah, that kind, I probably should have, I forgot about the hole in there, but it'll dry clear. No problem. I was more worried about trying to figure out the placement than I was about the amount of glue. I think my muscle memory was thinking I was doing sequins. Okay, I'm just trying to get this little dot out. There we go. All right, now when I go to lay this down, that way it can kind of tuck under some. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so just place glue on the back. And then I have also my little door handle. Okay, and then I'm also going to just add my door handle. And again, it's tying in that gold element. Pretty. All right, let's place this on the card base. Do you remember way back in the beginning when we made this? Gosh, it seems like forever ago. Okay, so I think what I'll do is just grab a tape runner to place this down. And I'll also bring in my score tool just for positioning in just a moment. But I'm gonna take my card base here and just add this generously all over, especially at the edges, so that it meets up really nicely. Okay, all over. Perfect. Okay, actually, this isn't a very straight angle, is it? Or a right angle to do this part. Actually, well, I could at least do... No, that does work. Okay, I can at least line up the bottom. There we go. Yes, that did work. Okay. Just trying to make sure that gets all up. And it intentionally does have the peak go up and off the card there. Oh my word, it's so cute. And then you'll have, you know, a little bit of a lip up here because of how we cut that. So I guess you could do, well, no, that was the size of the die, wasn't it? No, I guess you could just get larger paper. I was doing A2 measurements, but you could do that too. But that turned out so cute. Labor of love. Okay, where are we at? We're at 1 hour and 27 minutes. I beat Tuesday's card by literally 3 minutes, but oh my goodness, it's so cute. Again, this could be something, and I might just do that. I might put this in a frame or something and have this be decor. That would be adorable. We'll see. I don't know. It's so pretty. Okay, everything will be listed down below if you want to take a peek at any of the products or if you want to add anything to your craft room as well. I will see you all in the next video. I'm going to go rest, and I can't wait to continue crafting with you next time.